The boardroom was silent. At the head of the long glass table sat Ethan Cole, one of the youngest CEOs in the country, known for his ruthless business instincts and sharp, no-nonsense decisions. He had built an empire from the ground up, but at what cost? Money had filled his pockets, but not his heart. The truth was, Ethan Cole lived in a penthouse filled with silence. He had no family, no friends he trusted, and no one who really knew him. That evening, after another long day of firing emails and rejecting proposals, Ethan decided to take a different route home. His driver slowed as they passed a quiet park. That's when Ethan saw her. A little girl, no older than 8, stood by the bench clutching a worn-out notebook. She was alone, her hair messy, her eyes swollen as if she had been crying. Something about her tiny figure in the fading daylight tugged at him. Against every instinct, Ethan told the driver, "Stop the car." He stepped out, expensive shoes crunching against gravel, and walked toward the girl. She looked up at him, her eyes shimmering with both fear and hope. "Excuse me, sir," she whispered, clutching the notebook tighter. Can you read this for me? It's important." Ethan hesitated. "Read what?" She held out the book with trembling hands. "It's my mom's diary. She used to read it to me, but," her voice cracked. "She's gone now. And I can't read very well yet." Ethan froze. The words hit him harder than he expected. For a moment, the powerful CEO who controlled millions of dollars in assets was reduced to silence by the plea of a child. Slowly, he took the diary from her. Its cover was faded, pages yellowed at the edges. He opened it carefully. The first page was written in delicate handwriting. "To my little Emily, one day, when I am not here, I want you to remember these words. You are stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and loved more than you'll ever know." Ethan's throat tightened. He glanced at the girl, Emily, and saw tears forming in her eyes. "Please," she whispered, "just read a little." So he did. He sat down on the bench beside her, the setting sun painting the sky gold and pink, and began reading aloud. The diary wasn't about wealth or success. It was about life lessons, a mother's heart poured into words. Pages spoke about kindness, about helping others even when you had little, about finding beauty in small things. Ethan's voice faltered as he read lines like, "If Emily is ever lonely, remind her she's never truly alone. Her mom's love is with her always." By the time he closed the diary, his eyes burned. He hadn't cried in years. Emily looked up at him with fragile hope. "Do you think she really meant it? That I'll never be alone?" Ethan swallowed hard. For the first time in his life, he didn't have a corporate answer or a strategic reply. Just honesty. "Yes," he said softly. She meant every word. Emily's tiny hand slipped into his. That simple act, small, trusting, and warm, shattered the walls he had built around his heart. Over the next few weeks, Ethan found himself returning to that park. Each time, Emily was there, waiting with the diary. Sometimes they read together. Other times, she told him stories about her mom, how she used to braid her hair, how they sang songs at bedtime, how she'd always whisper, "Be kind, no matter what." Ethan started to notice something. The more time he spent with Emily, the more he began to change. Meetings at work felt different. He no longer barked orders or dismissed employees coldly. He started listening. Really listening. And when one of his staff broke down about their sick child, Ethan didn't just nod, he personally arranged the best care possible. But the biggest turning point came one rainy evening. Emily didn't show up at the park. Ethan panicked. Something inside him told him to find her. After calling in a few favors, he learned the truth. Emily had been living in a small foster home since her mother's passing. He drove there immediately. When he arrived, Emily sat by a window, hugging the diary. She looked up, surprised. You came. Of course, I came, Ethan said, kneeling beside her. You're not alone anymore, Emily. Not if you don't want to be. Her eyes widened, searching his face for any sign of a lie. Finding none, she whispered, Can you read me one more page? He opened the diary again. This time, the words felt almost written for him. To whoever finds Emily when I cannot be there, please love her. Please remind her she is precious. And please let her change you, the way she changed me. The room blurred as Ethan fought back tears. He realized, in that moment, he wasn't just helping Emily, she was saving him. Months passed. Ethan became her guardian. The cold CEO who once only cared for profit was now a man who woke up early to pack school lunches, who read bedtime stories, and who found laughter echoing in his once silent penthouse. The company noticed the change too. Under his leadership, kindness became part of the culture. Instead of just building wealth, they built communities, funding schools, supporting single mothers, creating scholarships. Ethan's empire was no longer built on ruthless ambition, but on humanity. And through it all, Emily's mother's diary stayed on his desk. A constant reminder. One evening, as Ethan tucked Emily into bed, she asked softly, Do you think my mom would be proud of me? Ethan smiled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. She'd be more than proud, Emily. She'd be thankful. Because you've reminded someone like me what truly matters. Emily closed her eyes, smiling peacefully, the diary clutched to her chest. And for the first time in decades, Ethan Cole felt complete. Sometimes the smallest voices speak the loudest truths. A child's plea, a mother's words, a stranger's choice to listen, these are the moments that change not just one life, but two. And perhaps, if we let them, they can change the world.